Here.
Crable.
Here.
Heflin.
Here.
Henry.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Kelly.
Here.
Morrow.
President. Mr. Grable. Motion to excuse Mr. Morrow. Second. Have a motion to excuse Mr. Morrow. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Mr. Morrow has been excused. Need approval of the minutes of March 17th, 2014.
So moved.
Second. A motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Minutes are approved. Election and appointments, there are none. Special orders and committees, none. Unfinished business, none. Petition communications, none. Brings us to visitor section. Any visitor like to speak, approach the podium, state your name and address, and tell us your concerns. Seeing a mad rush. We move on to committee reports. Finance and budget, Mr. Crable.
Thank you. Finance committee met this evening. 6 legislative requests. First item, appropriate $51,000 equipment for the wastewater plant. Wastewater replacement fund allow for the purchase of a flight pump and new clarifier gear reduction system. $31,000 for the reduction system, $20,000 for a new pump. Second item, amend ordinance 5192 related to the establishment and authorization for the collection of a service fee for any return checks, including automatic bank drafts from $20 to $30. Third item, appropriate to transfer $1,020.05 from general fund to streets, machinery, equipment, repairs and maintenance to resolve an incorrect payment made for a wrong vendor, which was returned in budget year 2014. Fourth item, advertise for bids, materials for the streets department, chemicals for the water and wastewater department in the annual expenditure. Fifth item, authorize the mayor to enter into an agreement with ODOT to provide inspection services for city bridges. Estimated savings of this should be $7,000 to $12,000 per year to the city. Sixth item, appropriate $8,700 from the general fund and transfer into the Parks Department. Cover the cost of State Route 79 median maintenance for 2014. Authorize the mayor enter into an agreement with Showcase, that's the vendor, to provide those services. Under other items, the water tower debt has been paid off in full to the tune of $1,111,000. Heath, any other comments? How quickly was that paid off, approximately?
About 4 years.
Typically would have been a 20-year debt, so we're looking at,
Could have been a 10-year
could
debt.
have been a 10-year debt, so anywhere from 6 to 14 years, or 16 years. That's awesome. Any other comments?
No, sir.
Keep going.
Yeah, I would like to recognize Deb Shepherd in the Pat's office. She has 6 years of service, and she's an excellent employee, and I feel very fortunate to have her.
Thank you. Thank you. Public services, Mr. Crable again.
Looking for it. Let's talk about tonight. Public service agenda met on the 24th of March. Wastewater. Mr. Geller talked about new windows being installed in the main building. Routine maintenance in the sewer plug. Establish a new roof on the chemical building. Again, we had the legislative request that I previously talked about, $51,000 purchase of a flight pump, new clarifier gear reduction system, $31,000 reduction system, $20,000 for the new pump. Under the water department, John provided us with an update on the surveys for water demand in Lincoln Township, provided us with an update on the water plant improvements, and an update on water distribution. Also provided us with major fund report and a listing of all the total accounts. John, anything else to add?
Yeah, I too have some employees to recognize. I have Doug Hughes, wastewater plant, has 17 years. And then I'm not sure about this guy, Nick Ross. Has 8 years in with the city. I hardly ever see him. He does a good job. Nick does a good job for us. So, 8 years from now. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you. Public safety, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Public safety will be Monday, April 14th, at 5:30 p.m. Chief Hopkins, do you have anything to add?
Yes, sir, I have 3 employees at anniversaries this month. Lieutenant Brian Hoffman with 18 years in the department, Lieutenant Ralph Swick with 16 years, and firefighter Greg Coyle with 13 years with our city. That's all right now, thank you.
Thank you. Lieutenant Mason, anything to add?
I'd like to recognize some employees. Sergeant Norman Reed with 22 years, Sergeant Smart with 9 years, Administrative Assistant Lisa Angle with 18 years, and Dispatcher Amy Stroll with 3 years. All have anniversaries this month.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Streets and drainage, Mr. Heflin.
Thank you, Mr. President. Streets and Drainage Committee will meet, April 21st, 5:30 p.m. Bob, anything you'd like to add?
Nothing.
No, Mr. President.
Thank you. Community Development Zoning, Mr. Henry.
We met, the Community Development Committee met tonight at 5:30, and we had, Kent Scarrett and Dan Evers that discussed the economic development and the agreement with the Chamber of Commerce to assist Heath in development issues. And Jan Cody, off Lincoln County Soil and Water District, discussed the importance of upcoming levies. It's 1.5 levy, I think it's set $5 and something for a $100,000 house, so it sounded like a good investment. And the gentleman, Kent Scarrett, he gave us a real good rundown on House Bill 5 that had a lot of discussion on it. So did Dan Evers. Dan always does a good job at looking at our development, and especially in our industrial park behind us. It's good to see that these people are constantly working for us. And we discussed the garbage pickup thing again, and we moved forward a little bit. John's going to come up with, to get some more public input, and discuss different ways, and he'll finally come up with a way, and then we can find out, and probably end up having some public hearings. And he had to rehabilitate the Port Authority interest. He's going to discuss that, but he's going to do it at the next meeting. You'll have that. And we have a legislative request to authorize bidding for street and utility department chemicals. And it was requested that this legislation be approved on the first reading. And another legislative request was to authorize ODOT to perform bridge inspection for the city. And the inspection will be done at no cost to the city, and we approved that, and that's going to save the city between what, 10 and 12,000?
7 to 12,000.
7 to 12,000. And the other legislative request was presented to appropriate $8,700 and authorize the mayor to enter an agreement with the Showcase Landscaping to provide State Route 79 median landscape maintenance. We approved that. John, is there anything else?
April must be a good month to be hired in the city because Eddie Hunt has 6 years this month. April has to be a good year to be hired within the city of Dee because Eddie Hunt has 6 years.
6 years. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Parks, Recreation, Davis Shea, Mrs. Ford.
Thank you, Mr. President. Parks Recreation in Davis Shea will meet Monday, April 21st, immediately following Streets and Drainage. Do you have anything to add, Bob?
Nothing, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Planning Commission, Mr. Perry.
Planning Commission met March 27th. We had 2 items of new business. We had an exempt lot split request, 1781 Maple Court, Forest Hills, back up against one of the fairways golf course. That was approved. We also had a public hearing on the proposed digital sign ordinance. We had no public people there. We didn't do anything else with it, right?
No,
Correct?
we're gonna discuss it at the next meeting.
Anything else, John?
No, thank you.
Mayor John?
Nothing that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Before I move into introduction of ordinances, had a special committee which was looking at the prohibited activities of employees. That committee is Mr. Crankle, Mrs. Bowe, and myself, and we met after public services last time, and we'll meet again after public services this month to discuss it some further, just to bring you up to date on that. Now brings us to introduction of ordinances, ordinance 15, 2014.
Ordinance 15, 2014, an ordinance authorizing the appropriation of $15,000 for the municipal replacement fund capital outlay, $31,000 to purchase a new clarified period reduction system, and $20,000 to purchase a new light pump.
Mr. President,
Mr. Kramer.
motion to waive the second reading on ordinance 15, 2014.
Second.
A motion and a second to waive, roll call.
Cole?
Yes.
Crable?
Yes.
Heffley?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes. Motion to waive been approved.
Mr. President,
Mr. Kramer.
motion to adopt ordinance 15, 2014.
Second.
Motion and second to adopt. Any comments or discussion?
Mr. President,
Mr. Mayor.
I want to thank council for waiving second reading on this and would request council's approval on this ordinance. This deals with some equipment replacement, which is part of the phase 2 of the wastewater improvement plan. And in particular, we feel as though this equipment needs to be installed in a timely manner, so we appreciate approval on this after waiving second reading. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments or discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Cole?
Yes.
Crable?
Yes.
Heffley?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes. Ordinance 15, 2014 has been adopted. Ordinance 16, 2014.
Ordinance 16, 2014, an ordinance authorizing the appropriation of $30,000 from the capital improvement fund for the street signs and posts for the street department.
Ordinance 16, 2014 be held to a second reading. Ordinance 17, 2014.
Ordinance 17, 2014, an ordinance authorizing the appropriation of $15,000 from the capital improvement fund for replacement of street light pole foundation wiring and installation.
Ordinance 17, 2014 to be held to a second reading. Ordinance 18, 2014.
Ordinance 18, 2014, an ordinance authorizing the appropriation of $10,000 within the capital improvement fund for replacement of controller and installation at Andover and 30th Street.
Ordinance 18, 2014 be held to a second reading. Ordinance 19, 2014.
Ordinance 19, 2014, an ordinance authorizing the director to make an executed economic development agreement with Burlington County in accordance with attached proposal submitted.
Ordinance 19, 2014 be held to a second reading. Ordinance 20, 2014.
Ordinance 20, 2015, an ordinance authorizing the director to make an advertisement for bids to purchase materials for the street department, chemicals for the water and wastewater department, April 1, 2014, through March 31st, 2015, according to specifications now on file in the city office.
Mr. President,
Mr. Henry.
make a motion that we waive the second reading to ordinance 20-2014.
Second.
A motion second to waive, roll call.
Cole?
Yes.
Crable?
Yes.
Heffley?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes. Motion to waive has been approved.
Mr. President,
Mr. Henry.
I make a motion that we adopt ordinance 20-2014.
Second.
Motion is second to adopt. Any comments or discussion?
Mr. President,
Mr. Mayor.
appreciate council waiving second reading on this and encourage council to adopt this ordinance. This is an annual process that we engage in every year. I believe, John, correct me if I'm wrong, you might be a little bit behind where we typically would be in this process
I
now.
think, I don't know. Usually March, April, but
Yeah.
a little bit more.
This is just simply to send out advertisement for bids, and again, this is something we do on an annual basis. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Any other comments or discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Cole?
Yes.
Crable?
Yes.
Heffley?
Yes.
Henry?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Kelly?
Yes, ordinance 2014 has been adopted. Brings us to ordinances on the second reading, ordinance 2014.
Ordinance 13, 2014, and ordinance authorizing the appropriation of $2,000 of the OMBI Education Fund to purchase stickers, pins, fingerprints, and promotional materials used to support the heat anti-drunk driving program for the police department.
Mr. President,
Mr. Johnson.
make a motion to adopt ordinance 13, 2014.
Second.
The motion is second. Any comments or discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Cole.
Yes.
Craven.
Yes.
Heffley.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes, ordinance 13, 2014 has been adopted. Ordinance 14, 2014.
Ordinance 14, 2014, an ordinance waiving bids, authorizing the director and mayor to declare 2004 Atlas trailer as surplus and donate to Heath Ohio, a 501c3 nonprofit organization.
Mr. President, Mr. Johnson, make a motion to adopt ordinance 14, 2014.
Second.
Motion is second to adopt. Any comments or discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Cole.
Yes.
Craven.
Yes.
Heffley.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes, ordinance 14, 2014 has been adopted. There are no resolutions on first reading. Brings us to resolutions on second reading. Resolution 2014-1.
Resolution 2014-1, adopting the updated countywide natural hazardous mitigation plan for the county of Ohio.
Mr. President,
Mrs. Colton.
I'd like to make a motion that we adopt resolution 2014-1.
Second.
Motion is second to adopt. Any comments or discussion? Seeing none, roll call.
Cole.
Yes.
Craven.
Yes.
Heffley.
Yes.
Henry.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Kelly.
Yes. Resolution 2014-1 has been adopted. Brings us to reports to city officials. Mayor Jones.
Thank you, Mr. President. Welcome to visitors in attendance this evening. Maybe I want to say congratulations on your 8 years with the city, and congratulations to all the other city employees as well who have anniversaries in the month of April. Yeah, it did seem like quite a few. So Bob, were you the only one that didn't have anybody in April?
I don't have my paper with me, so I don't know, but I'll catch up next time.
Okay. I also this evening just wanted to comment on the retirement of our police chief, Tony Shepard. His official last day will be on the 18th of this month. However, we did have kind of a potluck here on Friday afternoon as a send-off. Tony has been in that capacity with the city for 11 years. I believe he's served the city well in that role, and certainly wish him all the best in his retirement. At some point in time, after his official retirement, I do intend to swear him in as a reserve officer in the department, and he has expressed the desire to want to continue to have a presence with his Meet the Heat program at various city functions, and so it'll continue to be an important message that he'll spread to kids in Heath about the need to drive unimpaired. Also want to let you know, send a request to civil service and fully expect their approval on Lieutenant John Mason being appointed as our next chief of police, with his first official day being on April 19th. So, John, congratulations, and looking forward to working with you in the time that you have left with us to help move the department forward and transition it for when you step down. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, for your comments.
That's all I have tonight, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you. Auditor Alexander.
Thank you, Mr. President. I too want to welcome
those in attendance, and that's it.
Director Morrison.
I'd like to echo the mayor's sentiments on the chief retiring and the chief coming in. Tony did an excellent job. And, John always has. I'm sure he will.
I'll start down there with traffic.
Thank you, Mr. President, welcome everyone here today. Congratulations. Do a good job. Foundation.
Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. President, welcome everybody, Nick, congratulations. Chief Shepherd, Lieutenant Mason, congratulations, be good. Mrs. Cole.
Thank you, Mr. President. I also want to welcome everyone and congratulate Nick, and I wondered how many years you have here with us at these meetings, because that's probably getting close to the same number, so appreciate all of your support in that. But as everyone else said, congratulations to Lieutenant Mason on his upcoming promotion, and welcome him here, and that's all I have, Mr. President.
Thank you. Mr. Henry.
Yeah, I too want to say congratulations, Nick, and I do appreciate your and Becky's attendance. Thanks for all of you coming. That's it.
Mr. Cable, I want to wish you a happy birthday on April 20th.
Thanks so much.
And you have the floor.
Thank you at the end. Should have. Welcome visitors, congratulations, Nick, and you too. Chief in waiting, Mr. Mason.
Lynn, anything tonight? Go down below, we'll start with, Chief Evans.
Thank you, Tim. I have nothing to thank.
Lieutenant Mason, soon to be Chief Mason.
I'd just like to thank you all for the kind words and, do my best to try and keep up with
And for those that didn't know, since Tony wasn't here tonight, his birthday is April 14th. So he's not here for me to wish him happy birthday.
And since he's not here, you can also say that he'll be 60 on
You got the age too,
Mr. Groff.
Nothing.
Let's go with John Guthrie.
Yeah, I also want to congratulate Nick, and I also want to say a few things about the water and wastewater employees just real quick. I was counting here, we have 7 employees that will be going for licensing, and Nick is one of those. I think we have Dan Stothian, Nick Ross, Tim Parker, Sean Reynolds, Mike Hammond, Amanda Ray, and Bill Gordon. And you know, that's a lot. I mean, these guys go and work their 8 hours, they go home and study for their tests, then they have different classifications. So, I mean, I gotta really thank these guys for putting in the hard work to try to better themselves and learn more about water and wastewater treatment. So I just wanted to kind of bring that up tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Kim Governor.
Nothing.
Bob Governor.
Nothing, thanks.
I have just a couple of things. Youth in Government is just about a month away, Thursday, May 8th and Friday, May 9th. So for all the council members, if you get a committee report, like it can be tonight's or next week's, the next week after, whatever, but when you get a committee report, just go ahead and put it in a box, like in the front of that box, so we can get to it. If you think about it now, have it done, that way you don't have, in the last minute, we don't have to worry about that. The other thing is, we still need to get a speaker for, I haven't talked to the mayor yet or anything, but we do need to line up a speaker for that day on Friday. And I will be here on Thursday, and I'll be here for a little bit on Friday, but I'm sad to say I have to take off Friday to head to Vegas, so, you know. I might miss the kids doing their mock committee and everything on that day, so.
You go last year?
Yeah. Year before, I was about to say that. So, but that's about all I have. Let me see. I think that's it for the evening. Any other new business? Reading the bids?
Not the greatest, sir.
Miscellaneous, none? Adjournment?
Motion for adjournment.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Oh, yeah.
Not your night.
There you go.
There's like 30 or 40, maybe not, I think, but now we're 35 each. There's up to 6 that are on. Plenty that all together. So the full reference, all of your areas,